Hey everybody. So I have a 4 card spread for you today about what's going on in your connection. This can be mostly, I feel like it's about romance, but however it resonates with you, that's what matters. So please take it if it resonates, and if it doesn't, leave it. So 4 cards. These cards aren't exactly tarot, they're more oracle. The first card is merriment, and it's a man and a woman dancing. So, 2 people enjoying their time together. So I'm going to look at these 4 cards in a different way. So the first card is what's at the surface level. So for most of you, I feel like that you have made a connection with somebody that you really like. You love being around them. You like their presence in your life. It seems to be mutual. That's why the card is merriment. You enjoy your time together. You enjoy your conversations. The general atmosphere, wherever you are, as long as you're together, it's just like this beautiful sunset we're looking at. You enjoy it. You could just sit in silence and it would still be just calm and peaceful and wonderful. Words or no words. So that is your merriment. That is what sits at the surface. You have this, at the surface level, you just have begun this beautiful relationship or connection or whatever you want to call it. So the second card, the second card is thief. And this is your underlying pattern. This is a pattern that you tend to repeat, like a karmic pattern, something that you tend to repeat. In this case, it could be like a cycle, something that you tend to do in these lifetimes, that something you could work on. So when I say thief, the first thing that came to mind, and it looks like a burglar trying to steal something. And the first thing that popped into my mind was the word sabotage. So tell me if this is true, and you can leave it in the comments, but how many of you self-sabotage? This could come from some type of childhood trauma, family issues, but it could come from, relationship trauma. You could have had somebody that hurt you, and it's easier for you to hurt them, especially if you have that type of relationship anxiety where you're afraid to get attached. Things are going so well, you're like, when is the other shoe going to drop? And you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, things are going too well, like I'm going to screw it up. Or you just get to the point where you're either paranoid that they're going to screw it up and they're going to mess it up, or they're going to betray you or something, or you feel like you're going to screw it up to the point that you screw it up by overthinking. You screw it up by self-sabotage, because it's easier for you to screw it up and walk away, because I want to hurt you before you hurt me. Hurt people. That's what happens. I'm not saying that all of you do this, but everybody self-sabotages in their own way. Sometimes it's mild self-sabotage, but sometimes it's a lot more severe than that. You might find yourself incidentally picking a fight because you want there to be some type of imperfect something going on in your relationship. If things are going too well, you're not used to it because you're not used to having a healthy relationship or healthy communication. So that is what thief is about. This is a repeating pattern. It is something that some of you may be more aware of now than you were before, but you need to start working on this because you don't want it to destroy a really good relationship, especially when you finally meet that one person that is the person that could last, that long-term partner that you've been hoping and waiting for. You don't want to screw that up. So work on that. And then the third card, the third card is your unconscious, your subconscious. It's what you need to know that you might not be aware of. And this card is sadness. And it's got a woman who's alone and holding a rose. It doesn't have to be male or female here. It does not matter. Gender fluid people. So in this case, sadness might be what you're not aware of is that if you're not aware of this pattern that you're doing, some of you may not fully be aware of this pattern. Like you're aware that you have something going on, some cycle that you keep repeating, but you might not be fully aware that it's self-sabotage. You might not be going like, what? It's possible that I switched the cards too. The way they were kind of laid out, it could have easily been that the thief should have been the third card and the sadness should be the second. But either way. Because obviously when you have something good going, if you turn around and you self-sabotage, how does that make you feel afterward? Sad. Because you had a good thing going and you're like, oh my gosh, I screwed it up. It's like, well, it was better that it was me than letting them hurt me. But then you're like, but what if they didn't hurt you? What if they never planned to hurt you? What if things were going well? What if they saw potential in you the way you saw potential in them? What's wrong with just letting it play out? You got to work on it, guys. You got to work on it. It's okay. Maybe something beautiful will come out of it. You have to trust yourself and you have to trust this person. You have to be able to open up and let your walls down. You're going to have to trust at some point. Otherwise, this person in this card, they're lonely, they're sad, there's nobody else there. That's not how you want to view yourself. Because I can tell, what you need to be aware of is that's how you're going to end up if you don't open yourself up to something soon. Because you keep telling yourself, I really want a partnership. I want a life partner. I want companionship. But you're not going to maintain it if you keep ruining it. So it's very important that you stick to it. And of course, your last card, that's your trajectory. I could just say direction. But yes, it is the outcome, the direction card. The fourth card is basically, where is it heading? So if you've made a special connection recently, don't self-sabotage that card. Don't keep yourself alone. Embrace what's coming. You know what that card is called? That fourth card? Love. It's love. And it's a beautiful love. I think love can bloom here. So, And now I'm getting a channeled song coming in. Don't let the sun go down on me. Just like this sunset. It's beautiful to see. Don't let the sun go down on your relationship here. Because this could go further. This could turn into a long-term relationship. You could end up getting married, having kids. You can go easily from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. You could have a legacy here. If this is truly what you want, this is where it's heading. Do not allow yourself to self-sabotage it. Be aware that you're self-sabotaging and stop yourself. And don't allow yourself to end up alone. Be honest with yourself as much as you can. And this will help. And make sure you're honest with your partner about it. Like, hey, I just got to be careful. I don't want to self-sabotage myself. I always worry that, you've got to deal with the things in the past. And being open and honest with this current person is probably one of the best things you can do. Because if they know what they're dealing with, that's even better. Because they'll be like, don't you dare. You're coming out with me. When you find the right person, they're going to fight for you. And you're going to fight for them. People aren't going to want to deal with somebody who does that. If you just up and leave them and abandon them, then you're just hurting someone else and causing them to have issues too. So, but this is a beautiful reading and it's heading in a beautiful direction. This is the person. So if you have a connection, this current connection is the one you want to stick with right now. Trust your intuition and just go with it. And allow it to just flow. Things are going to work out beautifully, guys. So, I wish you well. Good luck.